Do the convoluted thing, go here.
Oh,
and then...
you're still here.
Yeah, he's still there, I guess.
I thought he would leave.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything to tell us, really.
I mean, I don't need to talk to him. I just assumed that he would disappear.
Yeah, he tends to do that, huh?
Yeah, he really does that. So I'm surprised to see him. October 7th, Detention Center Visitors Room.
I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money, end quote.
No, not at all.
It looks like someone's already meeting here.
Maybe that reporter? Oh.
Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be?
Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey? What? Monkey? All right.
You're Justice? You
know me?
Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans, end quote.
That's not true. What's he writing?
Why is he writing on his arm? Are you a reporter by any chance?
Woo, you're Trucy.
Am I famous?
Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag, puts everything she owns in her panties, end quote.
Eek, that's not true.
Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy.
Interview?
So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need, end quote.
No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard?
Ooh, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone or go plumb crazy, end quote.
Huh.
I should have guessed.
Where are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes, end quote.
What's that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins?
Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem madness, end quote.
I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something.
I doubt that.
No, yeah, he clearly doesn't know shit.
This man doesn't know anything. Also, how are you writing with your arm on your arm with a fountain pen?
Who knows?
So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist?
Me? Look, let me state here one thing for the record here.
Yes?
An interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote.
Okay.
For instance, you think a movie director watches movies?
Well, I think he probably does.
Exactly, I knew you'd understand.
Huh?
So the night of the murder. You at the Drew studio?
Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record.
Yes?
I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy, real busy, always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back, end quote.
It's because you get chased out of town.
Yeah, seriously.
I can understand the philosophy, but...
You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away too?
Exactly! See? It's the same thing.
What is?
This is our witness. I'm looking forward to it already.
Can't wait to put him on the stand.
Uh-huh.
So, you went to do a story on Drew Misham. And he never had a story done about him before?
That's right! Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
No. What?
I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place?
Well, yes.
Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's going to tell me where he got it?
At the supermarket, maybe?
Exactly! See, that's what I'm talking about.
I think I may have actually understood that one.
Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote.
Right, I guess we'll leave then.
But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw just for the heck of it.
Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with a mate and ketchup when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote, I believe it was.
An oil painting?
Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river.
Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach.
Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers, end quote.
I have also seen a painting of a giant peach floating down a river. In fact, I've seen 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Let's go back to the studio.
Interesting. October 7th, Drew Studio.
Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's that scary face you're making? And what's with the I know something but I'm not telling face you've got going, Emma?
That's her default face. That's just what she looks like.
All right, let's present the painting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Emma, about this painting. Oh, that? Quite good, isn't it? That's not what I wanted to ask you about. You want to examine it, is that it? I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason. But without that, sorry. I guess she wants us to do a little footwork on our own first.
Is there...
What about the
that-
hidden painting?
Yeah.
This painting came from behind that dresser. Yes. So? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger.
Aha!
You got it right again.
Aha! Ooh. I've seen leverage. A forger?
Yep. It was a forger.
There's no reason to have that many different paintings of that many different styles in
Good
your house.
job.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Oh, there it is.
So what exactly is a forger?
Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words.
Fakes?
Copies of an original. Exact copies, to be precise. You can't tell them apart.
Well, why not just photocopy them? Oh my.
The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course.
So Drew Mission was...
A criminal? I'm afraid so.
That's fun.
He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue.
So the rough sketch is like a practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage.
It's exactly what it's like.
Uh-huh.
But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like after all.
Oh yeah, I guess you would.
That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as one of the paintings was only half finished anyway.
Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Misham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking.
True, but Would be interesting. And maybe valuable for our case.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say.
Yeah, I get it. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out.
Wow, have we? I feel like I've said that before. Have I said that before?
Yeah, I think so. All right, so let's see. Now that we've presented that, I think we can go through the paintings.
Oh.
I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine. Just this time, though.
You're going to do this 3 times for
Yeah,
us.
I'm going to do this all 3 times.
Let's check this out.
All right.
Also, if you're working as an illustrator, and you have an apartment in fake LA with a skylight in it, you probably are supplementing your ink.
Right? Okay, let's print this one out.
Oh, well, what do we have here?
I think it's a pretty normal game of poker, I think.
No, this is a criminal game of poker. Someone dies.
No, well, I could be any game of poker.
No, it's not. I know that.
What the heck?
Wow, he really blows. That finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Trucy.
Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to for the rough.
What do you mean?
Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch.
Composition?
In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that.
So Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them?
Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd.
You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo.
Yeah. You think we could check out one of the other paintings? Sorry. Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you?
Also, if my memory of art is correct, canvases were often reused. So if you're doing a forgery, you'd want it to have multiple layers of paint and
Yeah.
stuff on it. So, just go for it. I wonder if the pufferface is going to have an image from our second crime scene on it. That would be super weird.
It would be super weird. It's a good thing that won't happen, though.
No, because that would be almost too weird to believe.
Yeah, see, it's just like a house. It's just a landscape.
It's just a house. Yeah, and that's definitely not a screaming man in the front of it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my gosh.
All right. This one, too.
What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden.
You think I could just look at the last of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. Okay, let's print this one out. Very artistic rendition of it, but you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did not also catch on fire.
What the heck is all this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited.
You sure your device really isn't leaking some kind of strained radiation?
Trucy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? No, definitely nothing weird. Nothing weird there.
This is all extremely normal. Ah! There!
Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on?
Emma, look at these sketches.
These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the Gaviners concert. What could it mean? How could he have painted those things? And why? That's what I want to know.
Wait, is Drew Misham your father? Give me a break. Does that even seem remotely possible to you?
I really thought she was going to say psychic, but father is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not related to anybody, ever.
No, we don't have your backstory yet.
No. I'd never even heard of any Drew Misham before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases drawn on this canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Misham, and what did he have to do with me?
Ooh.
So yeah, we're getting there. Just for the sake of continuing, I feel like we should do the pre-trial now.
Okay.
So.
October 8th, 9:48 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 6.
Yeah. Good morning.
So, you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy Wright. That's right with a W, but not right, right? We're on your side. You can tell us anything. Please? Good morning.
She speaks.
Not bad. Not bad. But I think you'll do better with a little smile, you know?
Trucy.
Give him the old razzle-dazzle. You're so pretty. You need to sell yourself, you know?
You are not the defense attorney here. I need you to stop giving my clients advice. Trucy, let's take it easy for starters.
Thank you for taking my case.
Okay, well, that's a start, I guess. There she goes with the nail polish again.
I like their little icon for nail polish.
Yeah, it's a very special nail polish.
That's great, really. It's so cultured. Want to try? Oh, really?
Girls. Definitely not me at all, ever. At any point in time.
Apollo, do you also want to do your nails?
Kind of. The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger, and the stolen painting was found in his studio. A life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death.
October 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. I forgot there's only one prosecutor.
Yeah, there's
in this
only
whole
one
game.
prosecutor. Well, aside from tutorial prosecutor, which he's always the tutorial prosecutor.
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot there's no other prosecutors in this game.
Yeah, there's nobody else who could have possibly gotten across me, ever. Well, we now begin the trial of Vera Misham.
Is the judge okay? His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like.
The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time, and may indeed alter our legal system forever.
Today is a test of the jurist system, and the first step towards a new order in our courts. Daddy's secret mission. The jurors will function like a jury. Yeah?
Yeah!
It is hoped their inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will.
Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom?
3 closed-circuit cameras will watch this courtroom at all times. The jurors have access to everything that transpires. Jurists, judge, and Judge Cool. Oh, sorry, jurist, Judge Well, and Judge Cool. He's the worst. I hate him.
Yeah, that's that much better.
Like, that's any better than what I thought he was addressing the judge.
No.
Because that would make sense.
No, see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that.
No, you were not. My apologies, Herr Judge.
Jurists, today, judge today's trial coolly, if you will be so kind.
Jurists, don't be narcs.
Jurists, come on, man.
The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings. And we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. The details of the case, if you would.
The victim is the painter Drew Misham. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham.
Hey, alleged murderer.
Hey, there wasn't any. That's what you're objecting to? Oi, buddy.
There wasn't any poison in the coffee.
Oh, gosh. Every
time.
You would think I would remember, but no. Someone has been doing their homework. No, because we got assigned this trial yesterday.
Yeah.
Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself.
The mug? Residue was found on the rim, I see.
The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death.
Gimme autopsy report. The court accepts this as evidence.
No. I'm imagining the court is just like Kirby swallowed the autopsy report.
Tastes like bubble gum.
Anyway, according to this report, the victim's death was caused by atroquinine poisoning.
A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere, 0.002 milligrams. A touch of aquaquinine in the body is a touch of the Reaper's scythe.
Yes, are you reciting your own lyrics again, Clavier Gavin?
Everyone, I'm begging you to step away from the poetry.
That was his hit song, Atroquinine, my love.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin, you may present your witness.
What I have for you today is a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety.
Ugh. A journalist, no doubt. Fuck this guy, though.
The witness will state his name and occupation.
Right. Well, for starters, my name's Spark Brushel. My job is a lone observer of the world.
In other words, a freelance journalist, right?
If you don't mind, I'd like to stake something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Brushel.
Everything's on record.
It's on the record. I dislike conclusions, specifically the jumping to aspect of conclusions. Preconceptions make park sandbox of endless desert waste, end quote.
But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday.
Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand that I stand before you today as a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turns Mr. Brushel into that Mr. Brushel, end quote.
I don't think that's how trial works.
That's definitely how a trial works. I know. I'm a reporter.
I don't believe you. I don't think this man's been to reporting school.
Let's hear your testimony then, shall we?
A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out.
Can we make those jokes? You just brought the jury in. You haven't even had a jury case yet.
The journalist's story.
I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier. Journalistic history made, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next. Star falls, end quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time.
Well, now, hey, now a second here.
That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him. Ha! I got him this time, didn't I?
Good work, Judge.
What are you saying, Judge? Need I remind you the cameras are rolling today? I felt the need to be a bit dramatic.
You didn't do it, did you?
Yeah, just tell us. Me do a thing like that? Come on, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. They're gonna cancel me on Twitter.
They should.
I know, wild accusations rock courtroom, end quote.
Rock indeed. Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun.
I'm so happy for him.
He's always having fun.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Your cross-examination, please.
All right. Okay.
Didn't we find out the poison takes 15 minutes to take effect?
It does. Yeah, he said something about the first sip, I think.
Yeah, and then fell down instantly.
Mm-hmm. Wait. You want to grab coffee? Okay. No one else entered the room. Yeah. Yeah, let's press this. What's this about a star falling?
Star falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money, over.
Zowie, you don't know? That's like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away. A star falls, get it?
But there's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really.
Does this matter?
Oh boy, this is good stuff. Good stuff. How about star breaks? Nah, lacks punch. I know. Star dies. Lacks imagination. Of course, you could go with Drew dies. Straight to the point. I like it.
I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. Yeah, let's ask about the coffee. You say Mr. Misham had the coffee too, but did you actually see him drink the coffee?
Course! He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger! End quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about it world, and yet, I guess I can't say I saw him drink it really. He had one so-called sip, if that. Man puts lips to mug, drinks, end quote. That poison is quite virulent, I hear. My stomach did a so-called somersault, since I gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record?
Does this guy have a pause button?
Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable?
Yeah.
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 The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over?
Oh, yes, you can go to the press with that one.
I was hoping you would say that.
Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony.
Very well, the witness will add this to the testimony. Vital! Right! He had one sip, if that, the next moment he was on the floor.
Aha!
All right. Hey.
I have a question.
You have a question?
No, we have a question
we
for
have
him.
a question.
We the defense.
Okay, so let's present the copy mug. You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, atroquinine.
Oh, Prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 0.002 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous system. If you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering pile.
Why are you using me as an example?
Fun.
Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information.
Hmm?
An omission? Atroquinine is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because atroquinine is slow-acting. Slow-acting?
What?
According... Sorry, doing my Dodge impression. According to one forensic scientist.
It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show.
If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would have still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe.
I do wish it only took me 15 minutes to drink my coffee.
Right? It takes me like an hour.
That's focus I simply don't have. Yeah!
Order! What's the meaning of this? If what the defense says is accurate, why that contradicts the entire testimony we've just heard.
Would you believe people lie, Judge?
No one has ever lied in my courtroom.
Well, Mr. Brushel, anything to say on the record?
Slow acting, SLOWACT. It was virulent, all right. Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into the journalist.
He's working on his scoop. Oh,
No.
sorry.
He's working on a scoop.
There we go. Oh, now what?
It's Brushel, yeah? Herr Brushel, let's take a trip back down memory lane.
Huh?
Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital.
You know what I think? I think that was a not-so-subliminal suggestion. End quote.
I admit, it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say Auf Wiedersehen to my simple case. And you'd be forced to say farewell to your article.
Come again?
You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you?
Ha, watch me.
Yeah, that's actually, he can.
Yeah, come on.
And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent. And you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Was that a real deal you made? Can you do
I
that?
don't think you can do that.
Scoop. Look, wait, just wait a second, just 1 second. We're waiting, out with it. I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. A revival of recollection, end quote. A story's survival, end quote.
Attorney utterly confused. End quote.
Actually, I did notice something when I visited the studio. I'd heard of poison that takes its sweet time, see?
But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently.
Mr. Brushel, are you saying that you noticed something that explains what happened? You bet I am. The antidote for a poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say.
Or I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say.
This man is making me dizzy.
I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee. Order.
As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony that Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank.
Of course, I'm standing by my testimony and my dream of exclusive rights to this story.
I suppose it was too much to hope for.
What was?
Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case, not him.
Who, Phoenix Wright? No.
Him?
Phoenix Wright, who else? Achtung, Herr Brushel, if you're reporting for us, if you would. What is it that you noticed?
This court is a critical trial of the jurist system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. Next time, In my courtroom, Judge Zone.
Judge Zone? Oh my gosh. See you later.